listening to NBA radio. The announcer guy is kind of upset. Not really, but people get on the radio station on the phone and talk, and they don't know about actual history when all they know is like maybe seeing statistics or something, but not actually being there or seeing it live or whatever the case may be. Because throughout time we didn't have like so much video with everything throughout time. It only started at a certain time when people kept the tape and got converted and all the other good stuff. But it's when I guess my generation seeing basketball is different than the next generation, because it is different because of rules and everything else, and players, everything else, time, everything. So like this, when people talk to the announcers or whatever, and they're not old enough to know the other history, they only can go by what they can see and what they hear. But I think a lot of times, even when you're on YouTube, you can like say, hey, let's do a search on, like, say, Dennis Rodman. That's a good example, right? Dennis Rodman, if you look at Dennis Rodman as a person and everything else outside of the NBA, was totally different than he was, in the NBA when he did play. Like, it was night and day. He was like well, not for the most part, not the whole time, but for the most part, a good sportsman when it really mattered, I guess. But outside of the NBA was totally different, and you would have never thought that. But maybe when you're looking that up on YouTube or Google or whatever, you might only get one side of it. But if you were alive during that time, and say you even caught ESPN or watching the game, all the game, the series that he was playing in, or whatever game he was playing in, you would probably know a little bit more just because you actually saw it. And maybe not everything stands out in your brain, but as you go through time, like, little things happen with players, like, oh, he had a shooting slump, or like 10 games in a row he just had amazing I don't know, 3 or 4 blocks a game, like he was going crazy. And like, sometimes that's only small snippets of a player's career, and so like you only see the small things when you kind of look at it when it's already been done in history instead of not happened yet, so like pitting Kyrie Irving against Allen Iverson, for me, that's what this whole thing was about. People saying Kyrie's better than Allen Iverson. I just don't see it, but that's me. Maybe other people in the newer generation thinks differently, but that's their own opinion. So, but yeah, that was a really long discussion about nothing. I streamed today a new game that just came out yesterday, Magic Legends. It's kind of like Diablo. I don't know if you know about it. Really bad transition there, but but I really like it. I probably will continue to play it. I'm not gonna be like religiously playing, because I have life and all the other good stuff. But I might pick it up every now and then and play it. And I do like the fact that it is the same type of style, that you can move the camera. I'm pretty excited about that. I know it sounds really small, but it's really cool for me, being able to see all angles. That kind of gives you that immersion that I've always wanted with Diablo, and I don't know why they never implemented that, but they didn't. Anyways, so the only thing I really don't like too much about it is the fact that it kind of uses a card system in a sense, because you have your hand, and sometimes it's different. Well, with your skills that you're using, they change. So like if you have I don't know how many cards you can have total in your hand yet, but let's say 8. So like if you can only play with 5 cards and you have 8 cards, randomly those 5 cards will be in and out. You don't know which ones they are. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks. So if you're like in a pinch, it kind of helps to be in a group. Going solo, maybe so far in my case, but I'm low level. I haven't seen survivability too much yet, but I'm low level and I haven't died yet, but I did come close. But yeah, I'll probably pick that up again and play it. I'm kind of glad too that I can use a controller. Aiming with your controls is not great. Like I might just stick with the point and click. I kind of wish that you could have done both, maybe in a way, but maybe I just need to adjust it. But nah, the point and click is gonna have to be something I'm gonna have to do, because I just don't like it. That you don't really get good direction, and when you're running and you're training mobs around so you're not getting hit, you gotta pretty much wherever that you're gonna shoot at, if you're aiming, because the controller doesn't let you do it precisely like a mouse does. But when you're aiming, you literally only go one direction. So if you're running, you have to go and make sure you get it at the right time, or else you'll miss it. Instead of, hey, boom, I can just stick it right there, because some skills you can place anywhere you want to. So if you're moving, it's probably going to be a lot easier to use a mouse. And then I just wish you could use both at the same time, but it's just not going to let you. So we'll see. Anyways, I'm actually pretty excited about that. I don't have to stream very long. It could even be a half an hour to 45 minutes for me. So like the reason why I'm starting to do it a little bit more is just to get videos out there. Now, if you want to take that tip or trick or anything else, please do so. But that's really the only reason why I'm doing it. Not only, but I like playing some of the games, but I do it because more content, different types of content. It might get my word out about this stuff that I do on YouTube, or the stuff that I post on little snippets on TikTok or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to just get another way that I can promote myself without really having to have too much effort. And it's really not much effort, because as I'm streaming, I could be like, just being myself, and then I could do it again the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And the only thing that changes really is people that may or may not show up, the gameplay, and how long I play, because life comes and goes. Like, I might not be able to stream it all this weekend, but I might. I don't know. I might even do it from my phone. I really don't know. But with options and possibilities, I'm giving myself opportunities, I think, to get my name out there at least. And that's why I do it. So, anyways, have a great night.